Hello and welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to another Chelsea news video. In today's video, we'll be discussing the latest Chelsea news. We'll be hearing about players like Morgan Rogers, Hugo Ekitike, and as well as who the club deems untouchable. So stick around until the end. Let's get into it. From Ben Jacobs, Chelsea are considering a move for Morgan Rogers and could be boosted in the pursuit if they qualify for Champions League. Now, this could be an amazing signing not only for Chelsea Football Club but for Cole Palmer as well, as Morgan Rogers can alleviate a lot of pressure from Cole Palmer. He's very creative, he creates a lot of chances, score goals, exactly the type of play that we need, to step in for Cole Palmer or even to play with the Cole Palmer in the same team, because not only is he number 10, he can also play off the right wing, same as Cole Palmer. So we could have a situation where we have them both in the team and interchanging in their roles. And as you know, they both come from the Manchester City Academy and are also very good friends, and they share the gold celebration, as you guys know as well. So this would be an amazing signing for Chelsea, and even if Cole Palmer is having a bad game in number 10, we could always substitute him off for a Morgan Rogers. So there's a lot of ways that we can go with this type of signing. So I think this is a very, very smart move from Chelsea, and I think we should do this, especially if we don't get the targets that we need on the left wing. Because we have Madueke playing on the left wing, Petrovic can play on the left wing, Cole Palmer and Morgan Rogers can occupy then the right wing. We have Esteval coming in as well, who can play as a number 10 and also a right winger. So we can all three these players interchanging as well in one team. So this is the type of signing I would definitely want Chelsea to make, because, like I said, Morgan Rogers is a needle mover. He's having his breakout season this season at Aston Villa, and there's a big possibility that Aston Villa don't qualify for Champions League this season. So if we qualify for Champions League, this move could happen. So I want to know all your thoughts down below. What do you think about this transfer? Do you think we should go in for Morgan Rogers, or do you think we should rather look at the left wing options that we have? From RMC Sports, Chelsea are extremely interested in Eintracht Frankfurt striker Hugo Ekitike, who is available for a fee of 80 to 100 million euros. Now, if you look at the comparison between him and Nicholas Jackson, Jackson has 30 matches, 10 goals, 5 assists, big chances missed, 19, goal conversion rate 13%. Ekitike, 33 matches, 15 goals, 8 assists, big chances missed, 16, goal conversion rate of 13%. Now, if you watch Hugo Ekitike, he's a similar type of player to Nicholas Jackson. And this might go hand in hand with Bareska saying that he would like 2 Nicholas Jacksons in the team. He's very similar. He likes to drop in deep, link up play, keeps up the ball well, plays in other players. But he is not a traditional striker that bombards the penalty box. And there's a type of striker that we need, especially with the crosses from Neto, Palmer, Enzo, Madueke, all these type of players, Sancho, always crossing into the box, and this Nicholas Jackson is never there to convert those chances. We will have a similar problem with Ekitike, exactly the similar type of profile to Nicholas Jackson, which I don't think that's the type of profile that we actually need at the club now, because we have Nicholas Jackson. It's always best to go with a alternative profile. We need someone that's more of a traditional type of striker that can be aerial dominant and be a problem for defenders. We don't want to play against opposition, and we don't have that type of striker that can cause problems for the defenders at the end of the day. Do I think we should go in for a player like Ekitike, especially for that price point? No. I think we could get much better, more of a traditional number 9 for much cheaper. If we look at Victor Osimhen and Gyökeres, they are much cheaper, but they might demand more wages, so the club might be looking at that as well. But Ekitike is not the type of striker that I would go with, especially if we're keeping Nicholas Jackson. So we need a different profile to Nicholas Jackson, in my opinion. But let me know down below, what do you guys think? Do you think we should go for Hugo? Do you think he's better than Nicholas Jackson, or do you think we should go for alternative striker? Let me know down below. From Mail Sport, Chelsea are exploring a deal around £50 million for Brighton forward Joao Pedro, with the possibility of other players being offered in the deal, potentially even on loan. It is understood that they held a meeting on Tuesday. So Chelsea is still doing business with Brighton. They are looking at Joao Pedro probably as an alternative striker if we don't get maybe a Hugo or a Delap, because we heard that Delap wanted Manchester United. and we will be looking at Joao Pedro. Now, in terms of a profile, Joao Pedro is a good player. I rate him, but do I think that he's an upgrade on Nicholas Jackson? I don't think so. He's also a young striker. He can't even break into his own team at Brighton at the moment to being number one, because that's held by Danny Welbeck. Who Danny Welbeck is almost like 34, 35 years old, and still Joao Pedro can't bench Danny Welbeck. So is this the type of striker that we need at Chelsea Football Club? I don't think so. I really don't think so. £50 million is a lot of money. Like I said, Gyökeres and Osimhen are just £60 million. So I just think we need to get rid of a lot of players and then rather get someone in like a Victor Osimhen or Gyökeres for £60 million and just pay the wages. Just pay the wages, then you have a striker that is clinical up front, that can score you goals. And in a striker like Victor Osimhen, he's aerial dominant. He would score so much more goals in this Chelsea team because we create so many chances. So I don't think we should go for a striker like a Joao Pedro. And I don't want us to do business with Brighton ever again, because Brighton always pull our pants down in negotiations. I want to stay as far away from Brighton as possible. But just as me, I don't know, what do you guys think? For me, I don't think we should go for Joao Pedro, right? There's a lot of other targets that we can go for. I don't feel that Joao Pedro is a type of player that will come into Chelsea Football Club and elevate the team. We need players to elevate the team at this moment. From Fabrizio Romano, Chelsea and Arsenal love Nico Williams and have made contact to understand how much the whole package will be. In recent years, it has been very expensive, 15 million clause, plus taxes, plus salary and commission. Now, what do I think about this? Nico Williams is a good player. I don't know if there's a type of player that we need at the moment. His wages is a lot. We know that he's earning around about £200,000 a week at his current club. Do I think we will pay that? I don't think so. I think if Nico Williams comes to the Premier League, he will more likely to go to Arsenal, because Arsenal will offer him the type of wages that he wants. But Nico Williams has also been linked with Real Madrid, or as of recent. So this is the type of player that can go anywhere. Do I think it will happen? No. Do I think Chelsea should go in for Nico Williams? If they're willing to break the wage structure, I would say go for Nico Williams. He's a very, very good young player. He has experience. He's won something with Spain, the Euros, with Cucurella. So this would be a good addition, and he will play the same side as Marco Cucurella. So maybe that link-up play would be very, very amazing for us, going forward. But do I see this happening? I don't see this happening. I see Nico Williams either going to Real Madrid or coming to Arsenal Football Club, who will offer him the type of wages that he wants. From Nizak and Sela, Caicedo and Palmer are considered untouchable. The rest of the players could be sold at the right price. Now, this is not good news. This is not good news at all. What about Reece James, Marco Cucurella, Enzo Fernandez, Andre Santos, Petrovic? These are all good players that we could keep at Chelsea Football Club and build around. So to hear from Nizak and Sela that the club is willing to let these players go for the right price doesn't sit right with me, because at the end of the day, we are trying to build a squad, but the directors are always looking to sell players. We could see that at the start of the season, we had a big squad, a lot of depth in the team, and we're ending the season with hardly any depth because players were sold, were loaned out throughout the season. This is not sustainable at the end of the day. We need to keep our best players and build around them, not always selling players or loaning players out, and then the manager has to sit with a different team every season. We are not going to progress in that way at all. So this is not a good strategy at all from the sporting directors and the ownership. They should look at this. We shouldn't be selling our best players. We should be building around our best players, in my opinion. From Mohamed Perez, AS Monaco are looking to sign Chelsea goalkeeper Joao Petrovic. Now this also is not good news. Joao Petrovic is a type of goalkeeper that we need to keep. We need to make him our number one. I said it before in previous videos, that why do we have to go into the market to buy a goalkeeper when we have Joao Petrovic, who is a decent goalkeeper. He's a decent shot stopper, can save penalties, he's good at distribution. He's just had a brilliant season at Strasbourg. We saw him last season, first season in the Premier League, and he saved us in a lot of games. So Petrovic, I think he's a type of player that he's earned a spot in Chelsea Football Club. To be the number one, he's better than Sanchez. He's the best goalkeeper that we have at the moment. And to instead sell him to another feeder club in Monaco who will, who will groom him for another 2-3 years and sell him off for more profit at the end of the day, because that's how they roll at the end of the day as well. So, do I think we should sell Petrovic? No. Under no circumstances do we need to sell Petrovic, because Mike Penders is not ready. Jorgensen is not ready. Sanchez, Sanchez is doing good now at the end of the season, but throughout the season he's not consistent enough to be our number one. And remember last season, Petrovic benched Sanchez, and that was only his first season in the top 5 leagues. And he pulled on that, from last season to this season, and he's been Strasbourg's best player this season. I don't think we should sell Petrovic. We should keep him, make him our number one, because this is how you go forward, building a proper team. And instead, these directors always want to sell the players, especially after they have one good season. All of a sudden, they want to sell the player. Keep Petrovic for another 6-7 years. And then when he hits his prime, when he hits 28 years old, we can still sell him for a profit at the end of the day. But first, look at home, what we need in this team at the moment, because Sanchez is not him. I don't want to go into playing Champions League next season if we do qualify with Robert Sanchez in goal. I would rather Petrovic. So this is my thoughts on that. Let me know what you guys think down below. Hopefully the club reconsiders and keeps Petrovic at the club and makes him number one. So that's it for this video, people. If you enjoyed this video and you want to support the channel, please give it a thumbs up. Leave your comments down below. What do you think about all this transfer news we just discussed? And also, if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers, and it would be much appreciated if you do subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you in the next one, people. Take care of yourselves. Peace.